who just gave me some gems. We're just getting started here. Oh, don't you love this filter? I don't know how to take it off. Let's see if I can take it off. Less smooth my skin. Alright, if you're there, say hi. This is the first time I did this on my computer and not on my phone. I think I got one person watching. We're going to do a double today. We are going to teach a shirt on TikTok and Zoom simultaneously. Let's see if we can handle that. I don't know. I'm an old person. See what happens. Has anybody got any questions? Let a few more people get online. We're going to be crocheting a t-shirt today. This is the one I'm working on right now, just getting started. This is not the one I'm going to teach, but this is the project I'm doing for myself. Really going to get started with the new project and teach y'all how to do it in just at 8 o'clock is when we plan on everybody joining us. But right now, I'll let you know what we're making. Making this is going to be a dress. There's the skirt part, and I'm adding some crochet. Let a few more people get in here. I'll tell you what we're making today. We're going to have a class. Hi to Barry's Bakehouse. Oh, what does Barry bake? I'm interested. Today I'm crocheting. We're going to be upscaling a shirt. I'm going to show you how to get started, and I have a Zoom. I'm going to get started at 8 o'clock. But you can ask me questions about what we're doing and what you need to do the project. Because I'm going to teach you how to design your own clothes. Something you'll wear out of the house, because I know a lot of people are afraid to wear what they crochet. Doesn't make no sense, but people are. They don't wear them out into the wild. Now, I did this with a regular granny cluster, and I didn't like it. It felt too big for what I had envisioned, so I had about 8 rows. Yeah, 8 whole rows, and then I frogged it because I felt like it was too much. So now I'm just doing a simple V-stitch, which is kind of like a granny cluster, but I'm not doing the chain 1 in the V. I'm going to show you. Alright, this is the vision. Let me turn on this light so maybe you can see better. Alright, there you go. This is the vision, okay? And this is the V-stitch. It is just, you start with just like 2 double crochets, and when you come back around you do 2 double crochets in the middle of the double crochet. So it makes this pretty little stitch. I think that's pretty. Hi Miss Judy Bell, thank you for joining. Hi Ann. Try and get everybody. This is the first time I did this on my computer, not on my phone, so if I mess up, let me know. At 8 o'clock I'm adding a Zoom to the group, so don't freak out if I start doing that, because I'm going to have 2 groups, and I'm going to do an official of what we're doing today. We're going to learn how to upgrade our t-shirts so we can add a little crochet whimsy to our shirts. Something to match, you know, the color. I've been wearing this one, so don't mind the fur. But we're going to make this, alright? So if you're interested, just hang out. We're going to get it started here in just a few more minutes. Right now, I mean, look at this. I think this is pretty fabulous. I had this giant t-shirt, and I cut off right up under the sleeves, so I have this long skirt part. And now I am adding my crochet around the top, and we're going to go over how to do that. And it's going to come to about right here, and it's going to be the top is going to be crochet. So I can wear a tank top up underneath it and have a long skirt. Oh, that would be cute. What do you think? And I apologize for these filters. I don't know how it got on there. Hi Tammy. Hi everybody. How are y'all doing today? And I get a few more people in here and we'll get started. So, do you guys do wearables? If you do, what kind of wearables do you make, and do you actually wear them in the wild? Anything besides a cardigan. Everybody wears a cardigan. Hold on, I'm getting a phone call. Hi Josh.
Hey, what you doing?
Well, I'm live on TikTok right now, so I really can't talk. What's going on?
All right, I'll talk to you later. No, I'll talk to you later.
Okay, sorry, you never call me.
No problem.
All right, love you.
All right,
bye.
Bye. You too, bye.
Sorry, guys, my kid don't want to be on. Oh, let's see if I get my meeting back over here on Zoom. I'm going to do a Zoom meeting at the same time. So, hi, Rosalinda? Oh, that's pretty. Very nice. Let's see. Well, I'm on a meeting online, okay?
I need a bowl exchange for this book that I've already read.
Okay.
5 times.
Just go into my house and
I read
get
that.
Okay, go in my house and get a bowl. Grandkids. Bye, grandkids. Go on. Hey, will you take my doggies home?
Come on, Penny.
All right. So y'all ready to crochet? I need some of you to tell me what kind of things you are crocheting. Again, sorry about the filter. I look terrible. I don't know how to take it off. If anybody knows how to take off a filter, let me know. Judy Bell, Ann, Hendricks, Betty, Tammy, Rosalind. Hope I got everybody. All right, let's see what we're going to make. I had this really nice yarn. Someone gave them to me. Very excited. Anyways, had a $38 price tag on it. I would never ever in my wildest dreams pay that, and I hope that you don't either. But like our library, we have a yarn exchange, and people bring yarn, and I give my yarn and they give their yarn. And some people buy expensive yarn, so you get an opportunity to get yarn from those people. So go me. $38. I would not pay $38. Let's see, can I get this straight? I'm sorry I'm not looking at you. Alright, anyways, don't mind all that stuff. Alright, so what I did, and we're going to go over this in detail here in just a few minutes as soon as my Zoom show starts. I just wanted to collect all of you because that's a scheduled meeting. They know when to come on. Y'all just, I have to wait for you to show up. I'd like y'all to ask me some questions. Drives me crazy when y'all just watch and don't say anything. But anyways, so here's my yarn attached to what's going to be my skirt. And this is going to be my top. And I'll wear, I don't know, some kind of little top underneath it so that you won't see any skin because I'm too old to show skin. But so now what I'm doing is I'm just crocheting around. Now, what I'm going to demonstrate here in a minute is with the granny cluster. This I'm doing more of a V-stitch, which is just 2 double crochets. And then I come back around and I do two double crochets right in the middle. Now a traditional V-stitch has a chain 1. I'm not doing the chain 1 because I don't want any more openings than I already have. And my skirt is a little bit big, and I'm hoping that'll give it a little bit of flair. Okay. What do y'all think about that? Anybody got anything to say about that? You're just going to sit and watch me crochet. Let me hold up what we're going to make today. We're going to make one of these, and I have pictures of me in it. Okay, we got another person in. Say hi. All right, this is long sleeves, and I actually do wear this. This is the pattern I chose. This is the side of the shirt, and I built the colors off of this. Okay, look at those colors. And then I had all the yarn to match because I'm a yarn hoarder. So there it is. What do you think? It looks pretty good, I think. So I would find a t-shirt that you like, and I'm going to show my Jurassic Park here in a minute, because I also just took yarn that I had. Some of this is bamboo, some of it's just regular old 4-weighted acrylic. Okay, all right, but like I said, this one is fancier yarn, and I'm just using it because I had it and I didn't have a project made for it. So about 9 more minutes, we'll get the zoom started, and we will show you step by step on how to cut the t-shirt, how to get the t-shirt started, how to design the t-shirt, and hopefully you'll wear your own crochet clothing out in the wild. I don't see that too much, but I wore mine to the ice cream shop the other day when we had crochet class there, and it went wild. Everybody loved that shirt, and that's why we're having this class today, because everybody just really liked what I made. But right now it's just a bunch of double crochets. And the thing is, when you make your own clothes, you have to try it on a lot. And I tried it on, and I did some decreases because I thought it was too big. Tried it on again, did some more decreases, and it was still too big. So I decided to go with this V-stitch, was only 2 in each stitch, and then I'm going to do about 3 rows and try it on. And yes, I'm going to pull it out if 3 rows down it's not the right size. When you're doing the clothes like this and you do decreases, I think decreases in the armpit area make the most sense to me. I don't know, do you guys make wearables? What kind of clothes do you guys make? I need somebody to start talking to me. Alright, let's see. Only one talking is me. I said, hi guys. What do y'all want to make? Well, when you use acrylic a lot and then you change to this fingerling or 2 or 3 weighted yarn, it's a whole nother skill. Can you make a hat? Yes, I can make a hat. Hats are super easy, and hats are beginning projects unless you want something fancy. Abad, what kind of hat are you referring to? Do you have a special hat you'd like to see? I have goals for a kitty hat with some, look at this. I want to put, what do you think? A winter hat. I'm going to do a cat hat, and I'm going to put these 2 palms on there. What do you think? I think that would be cute on top. I have some really nice yarn that I'm looking for. Let me show you what I want. Let's see. There it is. Thinking about using this yarn with these palms. There's quite a few black in there, you can see it. And gray. Do you think that would make a cute hat? She says it sounds good. Well, I'm glad you think so. Is that cute enough to make a hat? Perfect. Great. This yarn, oh, I miss Joann's fabric so much. This is Joann's fabric, and I bought several at Halloween time. They were very inexpensive. I ordered them online. I didn't even get to see them, but this is the first time I opened them up, and boy, this yarn is so soft. I have it in orange too, so making a cat hat will be real good, because it reminds me of Halloween a little bit. But isn't that pretty? But yes, I can make a hat. A winter hat. When you say winter hat, that's kind of just something to cover your head. I don't make something just to cover your head. If I do that, I use my knitting machine. Can you start making a hat? I'm not going to make a hat today because we have a plan for today. Today we're working on this shirt. If you'd like to watch me make a hat, I have videos already. When I make a basic, like a beanie hat, I have a knitting machine, and it knits. You just crank the handle, it's a steno, and out comes your beanie hat. Now, if I want to make a fancy hat, where every round is a different stitch, then yeah, that's a hat for a lesson. But you can watch me make my steno hats online. I've already done that. So describe your perfect winter hat. See, I'm in Florida. We don't wear too many hats. When I make hats, nobody buys them. Waiting for the host to start the meeting. Footy's personal meeting room. We're still waiting on Footy. Because I'm going to show you from the beginning how we're going to make this shirt. So I need y'all to hang out here for a minute. And I'm going to show you how to cut the t-shirt, design the t-shirt, so that you can wear your clothes out into the wild. Oh, thank you for the likes. I appreciate that. If you give me likes, more people show up. I think you're going to like what we're going to make today. Right now I'm just doing a basic V-stitch. Now when you do a V-stitch, usually a V-stitch would include a chain 1. And I'm not doing a chain 1 because I'm doing this top and I don't want that little extra bulk in my shirt. So this is going to be a skirt. Let's hold it up again because we got some new people in here. This is going to be the skirt. This was a t-shirt and I cut off, I went from the armpits and I just went across and I cut it off. So all this bottom part is going to be my skirt. See that? And then this is going to be my top. And I've already got 2 rows. I had 8 rows, but I changed my stitch. Okay, I'm going to say hi to you. And if I miss somebody, I apologize. It's the first time I did it on the computer, not on the phone. But, so, I'm going to do a crochet from here up. I haven't decided on the handles yet, on straps yet, but we're getting there. And this is the yarn that I'm using. It's probably a 3-weight, maybe a 2-weighted yarn, but you can do this easily with a acrylic yarn, and that's what we're going to use in a minute. In a minute I'm going to show you all my fancy colors that I picked out. All right, let's see. So V-stitch. Let's see. This phone made a noise over here. Let me see. Zoom meeting waiting. Because I've got to go in a Zoom meeting here that's going to join us because we've got some people. Nope, not yet. Host has joined. We'll let them know you're here. Oh, good. We're going to get ready for the Zoom meeting. So let's get ready to start our project. Y'all ready to have some fun and to learn something? All right. She's getting on there. It says host has joined. All right, we got us a crowd. Keep posting your questions so I can say, answer your questions. We did have a request for a hat, but we're not making hats today. Let's see if I get this camera on the project, not on me, because you don't want to see me. You want to see project. Oh, and don't look at my yarn hoarding. Get you adjusted your work area. I want to see the work that's getting done. All right, we're going to make something. All right. I'm sorry I don't let other hosts in because I don't know how to do that yet. So if you're a good crocheter and you want to join, send me a DM and maybe we'll do something together. All right. Host is joined. Okay. We're going to be showing you guys how to make t-shirts and adding your crochet to your t-shirts. We're going to do a couple of them and I'm going to show you how to do it, how to design it. We're just going to get it started today. It's only going to be a 40-minute lesson. So please ask lots of questions and then we'll be back on next Thursday. okay? So Thursday at 8 o'clock, we're going to follow with the continued. So I'm going to give you some homework this evening. But if you have any questions, just send me a DM and I'll help you and get you started. All right, here we go. Zoom, zoom, zoom. I can see myself on the Zoom. I just can't see her. Where is she? Nope. I'm there. All right. You want to see my yarn? This is the best part right here. You start a new project or teach a class, you get new yarn. Here, let's look at the new yarn. look at. There's 2. There's 3. There's 4. This is yellow. I'm sorry it's not looking yellow. It's a pale, pale yellow. Got a light. All right, the yarn I'm using today for this project, I love this yarn. If I say too much, I'm going to have to repeat when the Zoom starts. There we go. It says I'm connecting.
Okay.
Hi.
Hello, can you hear me?
I can hear you and I can see you. How are you?
Okay.
Hi, Linda.
Well, I can't see anybody because I'm on my phone. My computer won't. My computer won't do it. Oh, this is not good. I don't like this. I wonder what's going on.
I put it on my iPad and it worked
Hi,
well.
Kathy.
Hi, sweetie.
Hello. Everybody's joining. I am also live on TikTok at the same time, and I have 29 people going to watch. I don't know.
You don't know.
Oh, Lord. What is going on?
We should all mute ourselves because it's echoing
Yeah,
through
mute and
everybody.
then let me see what's going on. I'm trying to.
Gotta let my dogs in.
I don't know why it's doing this. It's doing this. Oh, I don't want that. I've never had this happen before, so I'm not sure. And I don't
Did you
think I
click
can't
on-
see you guys.
Linda, did you click on the
Wait a minute. I just found. Wait a minute. Something.
All right, I'm going to turn them down. I don't know who we're watching. There we go. I can see everybody. Let's see. They're all there. All right, we're going to make something. Y'all ready? All right, did you bring your notepad? All right.
What, honey?
Today's class. Oh, wait a minute. I want to be on everybody. Can everybody hear me?
Yes.
Okay, good. We'll let Footy figure out what's going on her side. She'll catch on, I'm sure, here in a minute. I just have about 32 other people watching me here on TikTok, and so I didn't want to waste anybody's time, including your guys's. Today what we're going to do is we're going to get started. We're just going to learn what we need to learn to make our t-shirts, and then you're all going to have homework and then come back. Okay? So you just got to pay attention a little bit today, all right? No stress about actually doing the work right now, because you got to learn what you're going to make first, okay? Part of this t-shirt, why it's so fun is it's going to be creative. It's going to be an opportunity for you to make something that that you would wear, the colors that you like, the feelings of the yarn that you like. So don't pick acrylic if you don't like to wear acrylic, okay? Some people don't like the way it feels against their skin. So get bamboo or get silk or get something nice, something that you would wear, okay? So what I picked is I picked a couple of colors. I got Hobby Lobby yarn. I like that yarn for wearables. I think it washes well. It's affordable. I like to crochet with it. Okay, just
I think
it does. But so these are my colors, and I went with 4. All right, these are my 4 colors, and when I show you my shirt that we're going to start with today, you'll be able to understand why I picked these 4 colors. This is light yellow, so I'm sorry it doesn't show up very good on the camera, but there it is. All right, this is the shirt that I picked, and it has all the colors. Barring my camera doesn't match exactly, but this green is exactly the same color as my shirt was. Yeehaw. Okay, and then I got yellow because some of these flowers are yellow, and this peach color because the tops of these mushrooms are peachy. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. All right, but I'm going to show you an example of what we're making so you have an idea of what's going on. I got this t-shirt free, and see all these bright colors over here? I happen to have those colors in yarn. So I took that as my inspiration, this picture here, to design my shirt. Designing is probably about 75% of your project. Designing how you want your shirt to look, how you want it to be, so that you will wear it. Because that's our goal, is to wear the shirt we make, okay? we don't want to make stuff that we don't wear. We have plenty of stuff like that, okay? All right, that's the, oh, and this one has long sleeves. So this has long sleeves and it has little cuffs and all that. But that is a design that you're going to choose to make. Now I have this design right here. All right, I took this Jurassic Park shirt that I bought at the Goodwill. I just thought I loved it. And it had plenty of colors, and that's what I was looking for. So I reached out to this color, I reached out to this yellow, the blue, all of the colors. And I incorporated them in my shirt, part of my design process. And the pockets. I put pockets on this shirt. My dog is crying over there. Teddy bear, stop it. So I put pockets on this shirt, and that's something that you'll have to think about when you're designing this shirt. All right, this is all your homework assignment for this week. Y'all have to figure all this stuff out, okay? All right. Now, if your shirt's too big, too small, whatever, this is your opportunity to make that shirt fit you how you want it to fit. If you wanted a slim fit, you want to fit snug towards yourself, you're going to do your rows appropriately. If you want it to be bigger, you're going to put more rows. So, but part of making clothes is trying it on as you're making it. Don't wait till you're done to try it on, then you'll be like, okay, this is stupid and it doesn't fit, so, and I don't want to frog it. We're going to try it on a couple of times as we're making our project. All right. Oh, I'm going to give you one more design idea. This is not what we're going to do today, but this, I came up with this idea today. All right. I cut this really large t-shirt off right at the armpits, and I'm going to show you how to cut it here in just a second. And this is going to be a skirt down here, and I'm crocheting up. So it's going to be a little top, and then I have a skirt. I just think that's going to be so cute. And it's in the round, so easy peasy. All right. Here's the first thing that you're going to need to do. After you picked your shirt, after you picked your yarn, you're ready to go. Now, I have already did one side, and I'm going to do the other side so you can see it. All you're going to do is you're going to be brave, and you're going to cut that t-shirt, okay? You're just going to get your scissors, and you're going to cut it. What I did is I have a straight line on my desk, and here I'll show it to you so you can see. Can everybody see what I'm doing here?
Yes.
Okay, good. I like it when you put in your 2 cents. It helps, all right? All right, so all I did was, since I have a straight line on my desk, I just took my shirt and I straightened it out. Now, this is part of your design process, and you're going to have to think about this, is I left the seam for my arm. So I cut just a little bit adjacent to the arm seam so that I had that reinforcement in my t-shirt, so that my shoulder self, it was going to be stronger, okay? All right, so you just lay it out, and I'm not going to waste our time right now because I want to get to the fun parts. But you would just sit here and work it out until you get it how you want it. Once you got it nice and straight and you feel brave, you just take your scissors and you just cut yourself a nice little straight line. And the magic of television, not AI, bam! I have a straight line already cut. There's my sleeve, and there's about how much I cut off of my shirt, okay? I didn't cut very much off my shirt. Now, if your shirt is too big and you have to cut off more, then of course you would do that. But my shirt fit pretty decent, so. My dog is crying over there. Teddy bear, stop. He's blind. He cannot jump on the couch, so he's over there having a coronary. All right, so anyways, I'm going to save my sleeve for reference because I do like the size of my sleeve. And then when I go to make my sleeve part of the shirt, then I would know how big or round I want to make my sleeve. So hang on to your sleeve. Don't throw that away. Okay, you'll want to keep that. All right. Now, something that's really, really important, and it's the cheapest thing you can get, but it's important. It makes a big difference. When you're a crocheter, not all you people who sew, I know Miss Footy over there sews, so she's prepared for this. Probably has a really pointy a needle with a big eye. All of my needles, for some reason, were just not for fabric, for yarn, and none of them were pointy. But I found one. I dug through everything, and sure enough, there was one. Because if your needle's not pointy, it's not gonna be good for you. Now, I did try one of these things, okay, but I didn't feel like it made good holes in my shirt. All right, I just didn't like the way it worked out, so I didn't use it. I just kind of tore up my shirt a little bit. So if you have this and you're good at it, and you seamstresses are probably good at using this, but I wasn't, so boo. Would have made life a lot easier. So anyways, so I got this needle, and I got one of these fancy things for putting your thread through there. So I just put my yarn in there, and lo and behold, there we go. Now, you will have to measure your yarn, and I'm going to show you how to do that, because I work smarter, not harder. I don't know if I'm telling you that I don't know. If you have a better way to do it, then do it your way, but this is how I do it, okay? This is your project, not mine, okay? So if you lay out your shirt, after you've already cut it, you've cut off the sleeves, you cut the opening, you now have this big giant, what looks like if it was cut on both sides, it looks like a big bat cave or something, cape or something. All right, so you're gonna lay it out. Here we go. Kathy, are you taking notes or are you memorizing this?
Memorize.
Okay, good. You're my kind of girl. All right.
Thank you.
All right, so after you lay it out like this, I don't like any knots. Now, I'm going to be honest, I did get a knot in this one because I misjudged, but most of the time I don't want a knot. All right, so that's your goal. Now, you're going to do one of two things, and again, this is your t-shirt. You're going to design your own t-shirt. This is my t-shirt, and this is how I designed it. I picked a yarn that is quite similar to my t-shirt color. And that's the yarn I used first. Now the opposite to that you can do is over here on my black shirt, I used the yellow for seaming this that was going to be my first color. So I would pick that to be your first color so that it doesn't stand out, the thread that we're about to do, the seam we're going to do. All right, so those are things that you have to remember when you're picking out. Now, to make sure I double my yarn when I crochet this, because I want it to be strong. So you're going to measure 1, 2, 3, 4 times, and 4 times because you're going to double it, and you got to go up the shirt and down the shirt, so you needed 2. So I'm going to put a little extra because you don't want any knots in there. It looks unprofessional. All right, so then you're going to get your yarn, you're going to put it on your needle. Okay, easy peasy. Any questions yet? No? Okay, here we go. Footy, you got any questions? Let me see.
No, I'm writing it all down.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Okay.
Okay, I can't find the record button on here. I don't know what they've done with it.
That's okay. I'm recording it on TikTok also live. All right. So
Perfect.
after you have got your shirt cut, you picked your yarn, you threaded your needle, you're going to take your wonderful little pointy needle. Make sure it's not an embroidery needle. It's a pointy needle. It has to be very pointy. And what you're going to do is you're going to go in and out. Okay, do you see that stitch there? You're going to go in and out. Now, one thing about t-shirt fabric is it does not fray, all right? There's no worry about having to have an extra fold under or any of those things because it's not going to fray. You can probably do it one thickness if you wanted. I just preferred double thickness, so I just folded it in a little bit. And also, if you didn't cut straight, you can hide your extras where you didn't cut. So on the inside where your fold's at, it could be like this. Who cares? Nobody's going to see it but you, all right? So what you're going to do, oh, and I hid my knot under the end right there. So my knot is up under the fold. And then everything else is on the top. And then you just go in and out, in and out, in and out, all right? Now, I did mine pretty close together. I didn't do them far.
Can you do up close on that so we can see it close up?
Can you see it?
Got it.
Okay. Yep. So you just take your fancy little needle and you take your thread and you just go in and out and in and out. So it's just a straight stitch.
Got it.
All right? And what I did, because again we're working with t-shirt material, which is much more stretchy than your yarn, is as you go down, just make sure that the yarn is not tight in places where it's not tight in others. So you kind of snap it a little bit so that the yarn is even to the shirt and to the maximum stretch of the shirt. Okay?
Got it.
When you get to your seam here, can you see that? When you get to the shoulder seam, it was easier to go. I went under the shoulder seam. If you're there and you go over, but just don't go at the shoulder seam. All right, just because it's hard to get through with your needle. It's just difficult. So it's easier just to over or under. You know, do a little bridge. All right.
Okay.
And you keep doing that all the way. And look, there's my knot. I got from here to there, and I had to knot the yarn. I know. Don't figure. I was like, pull a little extra. And again, your t-shirt is such lightweight. Once you start putting your yarn on it, any imperfections in this is going to hide. It's going to hide under your yarn. You won't see it. It's going to be fine. I am going to say hi to some of these fans that are joining me on TikTok, and nobody's asking questions on TikTok. I don't know why. I have two. Oh, go ahead, ask your question.
I have a question.
Yes, please.
Okay, when you said string before, are you using thread or yarn?
No, it's always yarn. Always yarn.
Oh, okay, I want to make sure.
Absolutely.
And then
100%
when you say
yarn.
in and out, are you talking a running stitch?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Yep.
All right.
So you're just going to go up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. I'm used to teaching children, so sometimes I try to not use fancy words outside of someone's scope of practice.
It's okay.
You learn that too when you worked at the nursing home. You talk to people. Don't use all the LPNs, RNs, all the, say nurses, so people know who you're talking about. There's a lot of abbreviations in nursing homes, so somebody will look at you with crazy eyes. Well, you nurses know. All right, so now that you did that, and again, this shirt is going to be wide open, all right, because you have cut the whole thing out. All right, so now you got to design yourself a shirt. This is your space in between here, and you got to decide how many rows of colors you want, how much of each you want. That's the part that's on you. Okay, I'm not going to tell you what to do. I'm going to show you what I did and how I did it, but you get to make whatever you want. But
Put that a little closer to the screen,
absolutely.
please. Got it.
You see it? See how you get to make all these little stripes right here, and then you can even do colors on your sleeves. And I'm going to show you mine so you can see what I've done. All right. so you can have some ideas. Sometimes it's really hard. Sometimes I can't put anything together. I have to have an example in front of me, and then I can go off of that. All right, here's how I did mine. And I chose to do, because of the size that I needed on my shirt, I went with 2 rows for each. Okay? Now remember, you're crocheting all the way up over the shoulder and all the way back down. So it looks like you worked really hard to have yellow on both sides. You didn't. You just did one big giant 2 rows of yellow. Okay? Then you pick your next color, and
Okay.
I did one of that. I did one of the blue, and I did one of the red. All right? Now you can do that all the way around. Now when you do that, it will automatically, when you close up the side, and I'm going to show you how to do that in a minute, it will automatically give you a little kind of cap sleeve. All right? So you don't have to do anything extra. The extra is, again, a design choice that you get to make for yourself. All right. I measured around my arm, or I'll use my sleeve. Where'd my sleeve go? I got a sleeve around here somewhere. My sleeve that I used from before, I kind of put it on. Is it too big? Is it too small? If it's too big, fold it to where you like it. Then you have a guide right there. There's your pattern. Okay, that tells you how big you want your sleeve. Do you want your sleeve this long? All the decisions you can make based on, you don't have to crochet anything to figure this out. You just keep putting this sleeve on until it does what you want it to do. Okay, pin it, cut it, do whatever. All right. So once you figured out how wide you need your sleeve, you have another decision to make. You got to decide how you're going to close up and bring your shirt to be closed again. Now let me show you another example real quick before we go on. This shirt has long sleeves, and we're going to talk about the sleeves in a minute, but this shirt has long sleeves. And this shirt, it has a lot of yellow in the front, so I went with these colors. All right, and I went 1, then I did 3 of the dark purple, 2, and then I did 3 more. Then I just repeated, well, you don't have to repeat it because it comes back around. It looks like it's repeated, okay? All right, so that's just another design. All right, so you got to decide how you're going to sew up your sides. I chose this side. I'm going through a kick right now. I love the slip stitch, okay? And what I do with my slip stitch is I just go in one side and pull it through, and then I go to the next stitch and I pull it through. That way, if you'll have the right number of stitches on this, it won't be like putting together granny squares. Sometimes when you put together granny squares, you might come 2 or 3 stitches off and you have to compensate. But with a slip stitch, you just keep going across. If you're off by 1 stitch, just go in the same stitch twice and then come back, and it'll even it out and you won't even notice it. Yarn is a forgiver. It really does. Okay, so this week you have to pick a shirt, pick your yarn, and decide how you want to arrange your shirt. Do you want it to be 2, 1, 3, how many rows you want? I like 2 rows for my muted colors, and I like 1 row for my very bold colors. This yellow is 2, everything else, because they are very bright, was 1 row. Okay, that's just my preferred way. I think most of the time when a cardigan is made, they make cardigans with 2 rows of each color as they're going around. So 2 is a normal kind of a standard of practice. Okay. The other thing too is you have to make my shirt fit me, because was your shirt super tight when you started? I mean, that could be. If your shirt's really snug, you want to make sure that you're going to make your shirt larger, then you're going to need more rows than this. I'm still of the school where I like to wear my shirts kind of fitting, because if I wear something too big, it makes me feel large. So but everybody has their own preference. Also, when you choose your yarn too, remember the yarn is going to determine how big those stitches are. So you might have to practice a little bit. Now, part of your design process, let's talk about the sleeves, and we're going to talk about a border on the bottom. We have about 15 minutes left, so I want to make sure I can do that and then answer your questions. All right. When you seam up your shirt right up to your armpit where you want, you're going to slip stitch all the way up there. Now, don't be afraid if you make a mistake, because the first time I did mine, I made the whole entire damn shirt, sleeves, everything, and then my, I thought my openings for my shirt were too big. Okay, I didn't like it. I said, I'm not going to wear it with a big old hole like this, and here's my skinny little arm up in there. It was like, okay, wasn't going to wear it. All right, so what I did was, and it was before I put my little border on there, I went ahead and went back and I closed up the armpit some more. So you can do that. Just go up. And you can see that it's a little thicker on this one. That's because I had already started to do my sleeve. And I was like, okay, I already put one round of single crochets around my sleeve, but I didn't take that out. I just left it in there. You can't see it when I'm wearing it, and it just reinforces my armpit. Okay, no big deal. Nobody even notices. The only person knows it's there is me, and I don't care. When I turn 60, I don't care about a lot of stuff. Well, this is the year of my 60th birthday, but I'm already acting like I'm 60, so I'm doing it. We don't care no more.
You're a baby.
Yeah, well, that's well, you know, when I worked at the nursing home, believe it or not, the average age was 51 in my nursing home. And I was older than that, and I was like, oh my God, these people are in this nursing home. I think a nursing home, you should be like 80 or 90 to go to the nursing home. But anyways, so when I did this shirt, you can see that I added quite a bit more width to the shirt than I did to the gray shirt. So see how the rows are coming all the way out here, and you can see how wide that is. I added that much. So you'd understand that that's going to add to your sleeve. All right, that's why I say try it on, so that you can understand what your sleeve is. And if I would have tried on my damn shirt before I closed the sleeve and put a pin there or a stitch marker, if I would have done that, then I would have not had to do the sleeve twice, but I got it right on this one. All right, so then now when you're designing, do you want a stripe in your sleeve? Do you want your sleeve to be all one color? How do you want that? My shirt ended with gold, so I could have stopped right here, but I thought, boy, it'd be cute if I had long sleeves, and I sure did. And then, of course, you got to learn how to taper, and I can teach talk about that next week when we meet again. But I went with stripes. They don't match exactly to my sides, but they're coordinated. And then I decided, all right, that's all the entertainment I want with color changes, so I just went with black. And I just finished off with black, and I did my cuff in black. Because I didn't want it to be too crochet, you know what I mean? Over, like you see a lot of people who make a lot of scrapped sweaters and scrapped. People don't wear that. It looks like grandma's t-shirt, and I didn't want to look like grandma's t-shirt. I wanted to look like I was cool at the Hard Rock Cafe. That was going gambling. All right. So now you have some things to do. Now you have to pick your shirt, pick your yarn, design your sleeves, borders, trim, how you want to seam your sides. You can seam your sides with a with yarn and a needle. You can do it that way. That's not a problem. I just like the look of a slip stitch. I think it gives a little zigzag, and I used a little sparkly yarn. I just like that look. You can do it with a hidden stitch, the mattress stitch. It'll hide the yarn, however you want to do it. I just used it as part of my design effect for me. Okay, Kathy, are we staying up too late? We're almost done.
Oh my goodness.
Hang on
I'm
there,
sorry.
girlfriend. No, don't apologize. It's okay. All right, so I decided on mine, after I did my sleeve, that I wanted a little ruffle. So I just did a shell stitch. And a shell stitch is pretty easy. All right, there you go, shell stitch. Boom, 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 boom. All right, easy peasy. The actual shell stitch is usually 7 double crochets, but I just did 5 because I didn't want it to ruffle. I want it to lay flat. So if you do less, you'll still get the effect, but you'll get a flat one, so it'll lay flat on my arm. And then, okay, this is something to think about too, is I did not want a raw edge on the bottom of my shirt. I wanted it not to be just, I finish everything, I don't know if y'all do, but I finish everything with a single crochet because it makes me crazy if there's just a raw, like a double crochet edge, or a, you know, even my cardigans, everything I finish, I want a single crochet. So I did that here, and then after I did that, I said, well, how about if I have a border all the way around? So I took my needle and I did my other little thing, and I did it again. So I did a single crochet and I did a shell border around because I just thought that was cute. How could you not have ruffles on the bottom of you're going this far, you might as well go all the way, right? And then I did that and I said, well, why stop there? And that's how we got pockets. And I just thought the pockets just added a little upscale because the shirt was all designed up top, and I wanted to have a little bit more to just bring out the crochet. A little more crochet than I wanted to be in my Hard Rock Cafe shirt, but I wanted to be in this way. So I just picked to be gray on gray, and then all my colors kind of matching that color to bring it there. And again, that is, after you make your granny square, you're just going to sew that on, and you're going to sew it on just the same way you did your sides. You're just going to go up and down and sew it. All right, easy peasy. Now, if you're worried about it being, maybe you're rough on your pockets, or you want to actually carry your cell phone or something, you might go up and then back around, so it'll be a full stitch, you know, up and then back around like that, and make it a double stitch instead of just a single. I'm not that rough, and I don't put my phone in my pocket, so I just thought the pockets were cute. But you can sew them on however you'd like to. But that pointy needle is the key. So that's that shirt. So now it's time for you all. You got 10 minutes to ask me all the questions you want and get ready for homework next week. What do you want to know?
Okay, I'm going to ask a question.
Absolutely.
When you were doing that running stitch
Yes, ma'am.
up the side,
Uh-huh.
what's the purpose of that?
Well,
Is that where
well, you're absolutely right. That is a good question, and I didn't explain that yet. That is the purpose of that is you are going to crochet into that stitch. Okay?
Got it.
Every stitch that's on the front of your shirt is the stitch that you're going to stitch into. So,
Got it.
yeah. So if you look, well, here, let me do the one I just got started. So, can you see my little dotted lines right there?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
There's the front side of it. Every time they went in here, and then they went to the next one, and they went to the next one. Okay? Now this because you can pick a different stitch if you want. I'm doing a V stitch on this one, so there are only 2 double crochets.
Right.
In each one, and then I came around and then I double crocheted on top, but I just went right into those stitches.
Got it.
Okay?
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Make sense?
Yes.
Excellent question. Excellent question.
Thank you.
Yeah. I was saving that for next week, but at least now if you're ready for the game, you can get started. But because this takes a minute right here doing this, because people that actually sew a lot more than I do probably could do it quicker, but I'm kind of anal about certain things, and I just want it to be even, and I want it to be straight, and I want it to all be similar in size. So I took my time. So by the time I cut it and did that and got everything organized, I figured that's a lot to do between now and next week.
Okay.
Just I want to make sure everybody had time to get all that together. So now you'll have your shirt, and the only thing after you cut both sides, remember, the only thing that's going to be holding it together is the neck. So if you look at it and you go, that does not look right, it really is right, because we are going to crochet the whole length right through the armpit all the way to the other bottom, from one bottom to the bottom. Okay, that's what we're going to do. So we have to pick.
Okay.
pick our colors, design our shirt, kind of lay it out, start making sure you have everything, and then getting going. Once you do this part, it goes really, really fast. It goes really, really fast.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, any more questions? Surely somebody's got a question. Footy, you got a question?
I'm all set. No, I think I'm good, but Kathy and I will probably bring everything on Tuesday.
Absolutely, no problem. That would be fun, and then we'd have some progress to share with everybody.
Yeah, and Maria, we can grab you if you want to come.
Okay. We'll see what happens with my hubby.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, so this is a great project. Now, if you pick something bold, of course you're going to stand out with your crochet. People are going to go, "Hey, that's a crochet shirt and that's really cute." But if you do something like this shirt, I did a lot more muted colors because it was a mushroom, and to me that's kind of muted in my brain. So I went with muted colors. It's probably not going to stand out as much. Somebody might think it's just a sweater or just, fabric or whatever. So just those are things to think about while you're picking and choosing. Did you pick something yet, Kathy?
Yep. I've got 2 shirts.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
the other lady, I don't know her name. Did she pick something already? Maria, did you pick something, Maria?
I haven't yet, but I have something in mind. So
Okay,
I'm good.
okay, good. And you can do as little as 2 colors. I think you have to at least do 2 colors to make it kind of, I don't know, I guess worth making. But as many as 4, I think 4 is about an appropriate number. I wouldn't do many more colors than that. Of course, coordinate them with the front of the shirt, obviously. Decide if you want to make pockets. Now, granny squares are unlimited for your pockets. You could make a flower pocket, so your granny square could have a flower in the front. You can have a 1-layer flower. You can have a daisy. You can have 2 layers. You can have a lacy pocket. So, depending on the style of your shirt, your picture that's on it, we can play off of there. I mean, now you can make a skeleton head granny square. So your shirt can be a skeleton if you put it nightmare before Christmas, your pockets could have a skeleton on there. I mean, it just depends on. Oh, I got an advertisement up here. I think the meeting just kicked us out. Well, let's see. See if I can get back in there. All right, I'm back. It kicked me out. It kicked me out. All right, I guess that meeting over there is done. Oh, hi, Flower Child. I see you waved at me. Hi, everybody. Thanks for joining my meeting. Does anybody have any questions about making this shirt? It's wonderful. We've cut the sides. I didn't cut both sides. I just cut one because I wanted to show you guys. Didn't want to waste your time watching me do this. Okay. Does anybody have any questions? I don't see anybody asking questions. There is almost 100 of you in this live, and we're making these shirts. I'd like to have some questions. Come on. Where's the questions? Where's the questions? Says y'all joined. Oh, hi everybody. Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining. I don't have too many likes up there. 55 likes. Come on. All right. Oh, you want to see the other thing I made? If you're not going to ask questions, you have to look at what I made. Ah, thank you, Young. Do you see these flowers? Look at them. I know, they're pretty. Mother's Day's flowers. And I teach a class on that too. Aren't they great? Wait, these colors were not picked by me. These were custom. Look at that one. This one, and I put, I had leaves that were beads, so I put the beaded leaves on this one. Oh, wait a minute. You're gonna like this one. Look at this rosebud. A little underneath the leaves. Isn't that cute? She's gonna give those to her mother for Mother's Day, a young lady. Well, I guess since I showed you purple, I have to show you blue too. Wait a minute. Look at the blue one. Actually turned out a lot prettier than I expected. She asked to alternate colors, and I hadn't done that yet. So I don't know how many leaves to make in one color and see how it would turn out. But didn't that turn out pretty? Best part, look at that rhinestone right there in the middle. Isn't that great? Looks great. If you want to learn how to make those, we'll do a class on that too. You just got to tell me. DM me, or I have the pattern, and I could give you a free pattern because I wrote it up so y'all can see my pattern. And my camera's not on mine. My camera's not on mine. There we go. Hey, you have any questions? All right, Paul's Craft Shop asking if you have questions, because I am a teacher. I like to teach. All right, let me show you my shirts again, because I'm quite excited. Actually, I'm going to start working on my skirt, and I'm going to show you that again too. All right. First, you got to find your crochet hook. If you lose your crochet hook, you can't make anything. 4mm crochet hook, lost. Did you take my crochet hook? Look on the ground. Nope, not on the ground. Oh, there it is. I'm using a 4mm crochet hook, and here's the yarn that I'm using. Alright, variegated yarn versus these I made with solid yarn. See that right there? Here, let's put it up on the hanger so you can stare at it. We'll hang it up. This is Granny Square vest with sparklies. So here's my Jurassic Park shirt. There you go. Can you see it? There we go. Crocheted shirt. Jurassic Park. Alright. No questions yet, huh? Alright. I guess I'll just crochet and y'all just watch. How does that sound? Look at those sleeves. Beautiful. This is bamboo yarn and this is acrylic, and it went together very, very well. I was impressed with that. Alright. This is a 3-weighted yarn. It's a little thin for me. I usually don't use yarn that thin. Let's move my phone. It's in my face. Alright, here we go. I am using a V-stitch, but I think a V-stitch usually has a chain 1 in between, and I don't do the chain 1. Not for this top. I mean, I would do it if I was making something else, but not this. So this is a shirt that I just cut off the top right up under the sleeves because it's a 3X and I am not a 3X. But the other shirts I did were too small for me, so I did those shirts. One thing I have to say about when you make clothes, you do have to keep trying them on. That's important because somebody's messaged me. Alright, here we go. Crochet, crochet. My puppies are playing over there. Hi, Kathy. I see you there. Thank you for the follow. Does anybody have any questions? I don't see any questions coming up there. But watch this shirt. I'm going to show you what it's going to be. So I cut off. It's going to be a dress. That's the bottom. Alright, so watch. Stop barking over there. So there's the t-shirt, and that's how wide it was, and I just cut off the top right up under the armpits right here. Okay? Once I did that, now I'm going to put it, it'll be about right here, and then I'm going to crochet the top, the bust part, and either some kind of sleeve, or not a sleeve, I don't know, I haven't decided. But you can do just about any stitch you wanted. This is the stitch that I picked. Alright. I think that'll be cute. What are you two growling about over there? Are you wrestling? My puppies are playing. Alright, let's get going here. Crochet, crochet, crochet. This filter's funny. I apologize. I don't know how to put it on there. It's the first time I did live on my computer and not on my cell phone. So I don't know how to push the buttons. I don't know if you've ever did it. There's lots of buttons. Lots and lots of buttons. Okay, Jenny joined us. Hi, Jenny. I don't see any questions here. I'm going to look back to see. Oh, I got a heart. Thank you for the hearts. Who gave me those hearts? It didn't tell me who gave me those hearts. Thank you for those hearts, whoever did that. I'm gonna laugh and tell you that when my mom, my mother, when she joins my lives, I get thousands of hearts. I have 99 people in here, and I have 102 hearts. Doesn't seem fair. My mom must have a happy finger, right? Alright, hi Jenny. Alright, tell me what kind of things you guys crochet. I've been teaching crochet for 4 years full time. Not every day, all day. I teach at the Leesburg Library in the evenings once a week, and then when I said all full time, I meant all the time, every Tuesday without stopping. And then thank you for the hearts. Yay, I got some hearts. And then I teach at my studio. Hearts, hearts, hearts. I appreciate that. Now we're up to 182. Thank you. You know, I'm not in any creator fund. I don't get paid for any of this stuff. I don't know how to do that yet. We're still learning. I think I have to get to a whole bunch of people before I can earn money. And I only have 37,000 followers. No, 37,000? No, 3,700. Wish I had 37,000 followers. Not a chance. I know, that's funny, huh? Thank you for more hearts. Thank you, thank you. All right. All right, thank you everybody that's joined. I appreciate that. I want to tell you more about this t-shirt, but I don't know which questions that you all want to know. Uh-oh, there goes the dogs. Hey, what are you barking at? They can't see out the door, so they're going to bark. They bark at every sound. One of my poodles is blind, so he just hears a little noise. He's like, gonna get tough. All right. We got another person joining. We are upscaling our clothes with crochet. Oh, don't miss. Get outside the V because you're looking the other way. That's gonna really piss me off. Get to the next round and find out that I did one of my double crochets next to the V and not in the V. Ooh, be pissed off. I've already rewound this once. I got a winder right here and I just I didn't like the shirt. It didn't fit right. So I just put it back on the ball winder and undid it straight into a new ball. I don't know about you, but I don't knot mine onto my project so that I have to, if I have to frog it, it's all going to happen safely. No project is harmed. Let's see if I turn off this light. Nope. Turn it down a little bit. Right there? Can you still see me? I don't know how to do these lights. I probably need to take a course on how to be live on TikTok. And they have all kinds of videos. Are you all crocheters watching, or you just want to see a crazy old woman sit here and do some double crochets and make some shirts? I don't know. Double crochet, double crochet. There's my Jurassic Park crochet shirt up there. And my extra yarn. Let's see. I wonder if I put a double crochet right there. No, it's too tall. Is that going to be too big of a hole? Yeah, it's too big, huh? I was trying to not have to do chain 1 or a slip stitch chain 2, I mean. Hope I could just do my double crochet, but no. I like to work in the round. I like to work in the round. I like to work in the round. How about y'all? Do y'all work in the round? I hate the chain 1. Slip stitch chain 1. That gets on my nerves. When I see that in somebody's project, the petty crocheter in me comes out. I become super petty. I seen somebody make a coaster, and every round she made, her join line, oh, I just wanted to. How do y'all feel about that? What does that mean? Real time viewer count. What is that? Total viewers. Oh, I got one too. Okay. So we're making a shirt. We're making a shirt. Actually, this is a dress. We're upgrading an old t-shirt to make a dress. Today we learned how to pick our yarn and design our shirt. Now it looks like something on the 3rd round. Y'all are going to be jealous of my shirt. So I'm making a shirt like that back there. See that one hanging up? Showing you how to crochet it. Upscale your shirt. I'll be back next Thursday. I have a meeting scheduled for Thursday at 8 p.m. But I'm also live at our crochet class every Tuesday at the Leesburg Library. We have crochet class there. And I try to make a project, but sometimes it's mostly just a bunch of us having a hoot and holler, having fun. You are welcome to join the fun. It's a good time. Hi, Crystal. Hi, Nikki. We're making that shirt back there. Except for this one's going to be a dress. Learning how to upscale our shirt. If you have any questions, let me know. I'm doing the rounds after I've already did all the stuff I needed to do to the t-shirt. Now I need to decide if I want to have straps that tie or straps that are just on, or sleeves. When you make a sundress, how do you do that? A sundress? Would you have sleeves on a sundress? All right, there we go. Looks like something, right? And again, this is going to be a skirt or dress. That's the bottom. It's going to be right there. And then that's going to be the top. We're building up. What you think? You like it? Doing the V-stitch instead of the granny stitch. That shirt right there, that's what we made today. Well, we didn't make that. We learned how to make that shirt. You guys have any questions about making that shirt? Mine just happened to be Jurassic Park. Long sleeve sitting right here with casino shirt. I think shirts like that are the best to upcycle, you know. Hi, Gigi. Thank you for joining us. We are upcycling our t-shirts. There's my Jurassic Park shirt back there. Making a sundress out of a t-shirt right here. Doing my V-stitch. Everything does not have to be a granny stitch. Hi, Karen. I am making that shirt right there. I'm going to show you some of the tips and hints here. I hope somebody would ask me a question, because that's easier to... Basically what you did, this right here was a 3X t-shirt. And I cut it right underneath the sleeves. And now it's going to be a skirt. See, doesn't that look like a skirt? And then I'm crocheting the top with a V-stitch. I put a seam here, folded it down, and did a seam. right there. And then those little places where the yarn was on the top, I could crochet into. And so a couple more rounds, we're going to see if it fits. What do you think? It's actually going to go, I want it to be a little bit lower, so it'll probably be under my chest right there to start, and then come around. What do you think? You like that? I don't know. Nobody says they like it, so I don't know if you like it. What are you guys making at home? Somebody tell me what's on your hook. I don't know what I should be making right now. I am going to brag. If you join us Tuesdays at the Leesburg Library, 3:30, we're come on live. And we are finishing up our spring collection of projects, and then we're going to do summer projects, and then we're going to do Paula Goes to Puerto Rico. And so all the projects will be something that Paula could take to Puerto Rico. I think that works for me. I don't know. I feel like it does. I want to have all my crochet. I'm going to crochet probably a long drapey swimsuit cover, maybe down to my knees. I don't like it to be longer than that. I don't know how long you make yours. How long would you make a swimsuit cover? Also, what kind of yarn would you use? That's a good question. Let's see. Ask this question. How long would you crochet, a swimsuit cover? What yarn would you use? Anybody got any ideas? I have a new yarn shop in town, and I'm going to go buy some yarn. Since we lost our Joann's, we don't have any good yarn. I'm looking at all look at those eyelashes. It's trying to give me my eyebrows. My eyebrows are gray. It's trying to give me brown eyebrows. Oh, that's funny in itself. I should get a heart for that, because that is a joke right there. I don't know how it's doing that. You can't tell me that's not funny. That is funny. Ha 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 ha. Alright, let's see. How do I get y'all to talk to me? I'm sure you can hear me. I see my microphone going up. Somebody answered questions once. Nobody's answering questions. I don't see a big 0 up there. I got a 3. I got 3 silent viewers. What's this? I got 2 new followers today. Hi, Debbie. How are you? We are talking about upgrading our t-shirts, like that one back there hanging up. Debbie didn't stay. I scared her away. sometimes it's hard to ask questions. Alright, more double crochet. Making some progress here though. Considering this yarn is like a 3-weight. I will be back online on Tuesday. And Tuesday you can see the progress of my shirt. My dress. Keep calling it a shirt. If you follow me, we got some exciting things coming up. I did the Crochet Olympics. That was really, really good. Look at my videos. Go look at Stitch Queen. She was one of our winners. She did real well at the Crochet Olympics, and she did some really good YouTube videos on the Olympics. It was great. We will repeat that again in January. We have a Facebook page, so Crochet Olympics. But we're going to do a yarn exchange next month. You can watch our yarn exchange. People from the community and other crocheters or knitters or yarnies donate their yarn to the Leesburg Library, and then they come and exchange and collect other yarn. It's really kind of fun. You get to see yarn you might have never ever touched before. That's probably how I got this teeny tiny yarn. Opportunity for some people to get wool that they might not have otherwise purchased. But it's going to be a good exchange. Everybody brings all their goodies. Brings it on. There we go. Sorry about that. It checks to see if I'm still here. National Crochet Day. We're going to have an event with vendors. We'll do another yarn exchange. You can buy some yarn, exchange some yarn, food truck, and learn some things. So I will also have that on live, so y'all can watch that and see all the great fun that we're going to have in our group. Alright, that slip stitch looks like crap. Anybody make a crappy slip stitch? There we go. Still not as happy. That's what you get. Alright, 9 o'clock. It's almost my bedtime. I appreciate y'all for watching. Thank you. If you wouldn't mind following my page, that would be great. I put my projects on there. I share other people's projects. I share patterns. If you ever see me show a project, ask for the pattern. I have free patterns. I write a lot of patterns and then share. I am a lazy crocheter, so I work. People tell me not to say lazy because I make a lot of projects, but I work harder, not. No, I work smarter, not harder. Oh, I said that bad. Well, that was wrong, huh? That's funny. Alright, this is making progress. I'm going to have to take it to the house and try it on. Alright, let's see what we got. Alright, that looks pretty good. 4 rows is nice. Isn't that pretty? It's going to be great. That's my top. It's my little dress. I'm going to go to the house and... Oh, I can't see it. I'll go to the house and try it on. Here, let me stand up. Okay, it's going to go here. And then this crochet is going to be the top. I think it looks pretty good. How about you? Alright. Well, I'm fixing to go. Thank you for watching my page. I will see you again on Tuesday. See if we know how to stop this thing. Again, my first time.